Amid all of this, it's the countdown to the 8th of June. In no less than historic term that Prime Minister Modi is set for a consecutive third election victory, Narendra Modi will take oath as the Prime Minister again of the country on the 8th of June. We are told he has already sought President Draupadi Murmu's time on the 7th of June. That will be when to officially stake claim for government formation, which is in the next 24 hours. But amid all of this, remember, this was, of course, domestic politics, domestic elections. But sticking to the neighborhood first policy, India has ensured, just like previously, just like the last time, to invite the neighborhood friends. The King of Bhutan has received an invitation, President of Sri Lanka, Prime Ministers of Nepal, Bangladesh and Mauritius for the oath-taking ceremony on the 8th of June. This is specifically amid the sort of relationship that the neighborhood nations have built. On Wednesday, NDA allies have vowed their support to Prime Minister Modi to elect him as their leader. Prime Minister Modi also asserted that this 3.0 government will continue to develop the nation and fulfill all regional aspirations. But it's significant amid all of this. While the focus will be on Narendra Modi, it will also be about the kingmakers. The two ends, Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar. They urged Prime Minister Modi to not waste time, immediately stake claim as soon as possible. And that is when, as protocol does happen of the outgoing government, that's given a farewell by the President of the country, President Draupadi Murmu hosted the dinner for Prime Minister Modi and the outgoing Council of Ministers at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. But of course, some of them set to return for the swearing-in ceremony.
Sir, how was it?
How can we contest elections if you are not a part of NDA? Three parties combined we collected. Why you got that doubt, I don't know.
Sir, how was the meeting? How was the meeting, sir?
Good.
And sir, what about
Sir, anything? Sir, any portfolio?
I will talk to you after.
भाजपा का न्याय का जीत हुआ है। इस जीत से हम तीसरी बार फिर से हम गवर्नमेंट बनाने वाले हैं, सरकार बनाने वाले हैं और जिस गलत फहमी में ये लोग प्रजा को रखे हैं, अब की बार हमें पूर्ण विश्वास है मोदी जी, अमित शाह जी इसको निकाल के उखाड़ के फेंक देंगे और फिर से ऐसी स्थिति पे लेके आएंगे कि प्रजा को अब की बार पूर्ण तरह से समझ में आ जाएगी कि किस प्रकार से वो लोग प्रत्यर्थियों के बातों में आकर भटक गए।
I want to bring in Piyush Mishra for the latest in this morning telecast. Piyush, good morning. And I must say for our reporters on the ground, it was not just a 2-month of grueling session. It's still on. It's not yet over. Piyush, where are you presently? How are you looking at this swearing-in ceremony? Because it's been a smooth transition and India must be applauded. All Indians must be applauded for the smooth transition of one government to another. But the two men, Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar, will play a very significant role in this government.
well, absolutely, they are going to play a very significant role, and they know this, and that is why they are seeking important portfolios. Yesterday, what we were learning from our sources is that Chandrababu Naidu has reportedly asked for the Lok Sabha Speaker's post and 3 cabinet and 2 MOS for his party. On the other side, JDU has sought around 3 cabinet ministries and 2 MOS. These are Manji, Chirag Parsan, and other NDA allies are also in frame. So we'll have to see how the government formation is going to take place. Mammoth discussions took place yesterday at Prime Minister's residence, after which we also saw that Chandrababu Naidu had gone to the residence of Piyush Goyal, where another round of talks had taken place between both the parties. At the same time, we also saw India Alliance also holding their meetings in which they finally decided that they're going to sit in opposition and they, as of now, will not stake claim. But we can expect the meeting also to once again take place today. Also, there will be a series of meetings of both the factions, be it NDA or India. Tomorrow is the day when the meeting of NDA leaders will take place, and then we can expect a time from President to be given tomorrow at around 5 o'clock, where all the NDA leaders will be present. And then day after tomorrow, which is on June 8, we can expect the swearing-in ceremony of Prime Minister to take place.
All right, Piyush Mishra will be tracking the latest on that. And remember, it's not just about what unfolds in Delhi, as much for Andhra Pradesh, Odisha as well. Thank you very much for now. So I want to tell you what happened when the NDA allies met, because this time While Narendra Modi returns as the Prime Minister, it is with the support of the NDA allies. So here's a detailed report on what possibly unfolded when all of these men, you look on your screens, sat together to discuss the next government.
The decks are now clear for Narendra Modi to become Prime Minister of India for the third consecutive time. At a key NDA meeting at the Lok Kalyan Marg in Delhi on Wednesday, the allies vowed their support to the BJP and elected Narendra Modi as their leader. The kingmakers Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar were seated just beside Modi, and the bonhomie between the three was clearly visible. Prime Minister Modi later assured the allies that he would work towards building a Viksit Bharat. Sources say all leaders congratulated Prime Minister for the strides India made under his government and appreciated his hard work towards eradicating poverty. They lauded Prime Minister's role in increasing India's stature in the world and pledged to continue the good work. During the meet, Prime Minister Modi asserted that this was a historic mandate for them as they were elected for the third consecutive term. Before the meeting, there was speculation that Chandrababu Naidu was in contact with the India bloc as well, but he denied these reports.
How can we contest elections if you are not a part of NDA? Three parties combined we collected. Why you got that doubt, I don't know.
On June 7th, Narendra Modi has sought time from President Draupadi Murmu to stake claim for government formation. On the same day, a meeting of all 240 BJP MPs has also been called. Chief Ministers and Deputy Chief Ministers of all the NDA ruled states are also invited for the meeting. With Paulami Saha, New Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
So the focus on one of the NDA allies this time will be Andhra Pradesh, who is now going to have a new Chief Minister as well. Chandrababu Naidu has been the Chief Minister earlier also of United Andhra Pradesh twice. Remember, it was in the late 90s, specifically the style of governance that he put forth to develop Hyderabad as this big cyber city of modern India. So there were a lot of nicknames that were given to Chandrababu Naidu. But this time, to become the Chief Minister of a bifurcated Andhra Pradesh, it will be the focus on Amaravati this time. How will Andhra Pradesh be developed now that Hyderabad is onto the neighbor state? Take a look now as Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, who's now a big ally of NDA, will set to begin the journey.
Chandrababu Naidu, in his first 2 terms as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, earned the nickname of being the CEO of the state. Postgraduate in economics, Chandrababu's functioning as the Chief Minister in the late 90s was very corporate in style that relied more on performance and tangible economic growth rather than traditional vote bank politics. It was reflected in the growth of the capital city of Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad. It transitioned from being the Nizam city to a cyber hub of modern India with the growth of Hyderabad Information Technology and Engineering Consultancy or High-Tech City, also known as Cyberabad. Situated towards the northwestern region of Hyderabad, High-Tech City is a major high-tech business district. All thanks to Chandrababu Naidu, who impressed Bill Gates and ensured Microsoft to locate its India Development Center in Andhra Pradesh. His efforts were recognized globally, earning him several accolades, including being named South Asian of the Year by the Time magazine in 1999. Today, High-Tech City is one of the leading IT, health informatics, bioinformatics and engineering hubs of India, the foundation of which was laid in the first 2 terms of Chandrababu Naidu as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. In the decade that Chandrababu Naidu spent in the opposition bench, Andhra Pradesh was bifurcated and Telangana was born with Hyderabad as the common capital. Post-bifurcation, when Andhra Pradesh needed to plan its new capital city, the TDP Supremo in his 3rd term proposed development of Amaravati. he faced strong opposition, and when he lost power to Jagan Mohan Reddy, led YSRCP in 2019, everything stalled. In his third term as the Chief Minister of bifurcated Andhra Pradesh, he also launched several programs like Smart Village, Smart Ward to transform rural Andhra Pradesh, all in continuation to his CEO style functioning as the Chief Minister of the state. Andhra Pradesh has once again voted Chandrababu Naidu to power, hoping that he finishes the work started a decade back and lessens the gap between the rural-urban divide in the development of the state. Bureau Report, India Today.